Hey guys, the Colonel, and I'm bringing you another commentary here today, playing some Battlefield 3 TDM using the M416, and today I want to talk about is rental games and renting games in general. Now, probably about 3 years ago, maybe even 4, when I first got my Xbox, the companies that rented games around me were mainly Blockbuster, and I think there was another one called Movie Something. We had EV Games around us, but it never rented games. That was mainly just for buying and other stuff. So renting, there was only really 2 places, and the closest for me was Blockbuster. And many of you probably know Blockbuster went out of business. I don't know what, like 2 years ago. I think it was around 2, maybe even a year ago. I'm not so sure on the facts really. I'm just making this commentary, talking blandly, and just giving my opinions on rentals. But anyways, Blockbuster gave this deal where you could spend $30 a month and they would let you rent whatever game you wanted, however many games you wanted, for as long as you wanted. So for as long as that month. So say you paid $30 and say you go and pick up Gears of War 3 and you rent it for that whole month, and then say you spend another $30 to rent it for like the annual or the monthly fee, another $30, then you can keep renting that Gears of War 3 for as long as you want. Or maybe you can rent like 7, 8, 10, like 15 different games in a month, just like trying out a bunch of different games, beating the campaigns, playing solo play or whatever. And I really enjoyed that. I think I did that for about maybe 3/4 of a year. When I was young, my dad bought it for me, and I enjoyed it. Back in the day, I wasn't too much of a multiplayer person, but like obviously I would buy games. You may say, well, that's kind of a waste of money because in the end of the day you don't own it. But really, it's not like that. I would really only buy games the games I only bought back in the day were Gears of War 2. Like every Call of Duty that would come out, I'd buy that. Usually I'd save up games that I bought and trade them in for games. That's why like right now I only have like 3 games, because every time I want a new game, I just collect them up, go to EB Games, and if you trade in 3 games or $15, they give you whatever game you want, a full price game, or I'll sell it on a used site. I don't know, it's just tons of things like that. But anyways, renting games. And so I think just a couple stories of games that I did rent. Skate 2. I love that game so much. When Skate 2, I rented it for about 2 months, so pretty much $60 for Skate 2. But it's not like, in the end of the day, you may say, oh, I didn't own it in the end of the day, because I got 2 months out, I spent $60. But at the end of that 2 months, I pretty much fulfilled everything I wanted to do with that game. I didn't really want to play it anymore. I think I got every achievement except 2, something for getting the max level in multiplayer and completing every objective challenge in some certain mode, which was pretty hard. But I got every single other one other than that, all the DLCs, which is kind of weird. I bought all the DLCs with it. I was a big achievement hunter back in the day too. I think right now I have about 37,000 and a few hundred something, and that's all because I used to rent games and I would just go for the achievements. And I wasn't too big into multiplayer. I wasn't that kind of guy. Modern Warfare 2, I got pretty high level. Gears of War 2, I was a pretty high level. But I liked my solo player games. I liked playing the campaign. It was fun for me. It was back in the day. It was just kind of what I was into, and trying new games. And Blockbuster went out of business because they sell movies, or they rent movies and all that stuff. And ever since On Demand came out, it's kind of taken away that industry. They're no longer like they can't stay afloat, because why would people go down to a store and get a movie when they can just sit on their couch and press a couple buttons with their credit card on the whatever, and they buy it and they have it. Everything's moving on to digital. But like renting games, like on the Xbox 360 menu page, like you can buy games from On Demand, but you can't rent them. And I say to myself, like I would like to rent games, like say whatever the price was, what was it, like $8 to rent a game or something, or $10 even, just to rent a game for, I think it was, what was it? It was for a week for $10. So I mean, but I think there's like some website, I remember seeing ads for this website where you could basically like, you can pick what game you want and they ship it to you, and then you can have it for that month or whatever, and then you can ship it back whenever you want, get new games. So it's basically like a monthly fee. And I might look into that. I haven't really looked into it yet, but I'm kind of missing renting games and just playing a bunch of games, because obviously like I don't have $60 to spend on every game I want to play. Like say BioShock Infinite, I'd like to play that game, but I don't really want to own it. I don't want to own it. It's not the kind of game I want to spend $60 on to own. I kind of just want to spend how much money I have, $10, and rent it 30 bucks, rent it for the month, beat it. You know, I don't know, I really miss renting games, and I think maybe a lot of you may miss it too. And if you do miss it, please leave a comment down below and just tell me what you know, maybe some stories you had with renting games. And you know, when Blockbuster went out of business, there really, I think most of them went out of business. I'm not sure there's too many around, and I think there's probably some companies out there that rent games still. Probably where you live, you guys may have them still, but I know I don't have any, and I've been missing about 2 years. I haven't rented a game, and it keeps me only playing certain games, like because I don't have a lot of money to buy on video games. You know, it's just I have to spend it on other stuff. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this commentary, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, giving me a story you had with playing games or anything, any story you want me. If you want me to talk about a topic in a future commentary, please let me know. I always like to, you know, do commentaries on topics that you guys like or interested in. So, hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.